Hi, I'm Roseanna from Moara Crochet, and in today's video I am going to be sharing you information about one of my own patterns, which is this crochet bohemian top. In this video I'm going to be talking you through the inspiration, the construction, sizing, materials, everything you will need to know if you would like to consider making one of these tops in time for summer. Okay, so you would have just seen a little demo video I've just made for you. Excuse the mess behind, I've got a lot of projects going on at once, but let's get onto this pattern. So I've got my notes with me about all the details you're going to need, and I'm going to talk with you step by step. So the first one, my inspiration. Now, this was a top I seen on Pinterest years and years and years ago. This was when I first started crocheting. And I'm going to insert the picture here. Now, I searched everywhere online at the time and I could not find that pattern. I could find some schematics, but when I worked with the schematics, it didn't exactly come out like the top. So, me being me, if I can't find it, I make it. So I studied crochet and I figured out how to make this top in crochet. And what I did is I created my own version from the schematics, which doesn't just include the front. I also show you how to do the back and how to add a ribbon and also how to do it in multiple sizes. Now, I wanted this top because it looks like such a really good summer top. It's a top you can throw on with shorts, with jeans, with a skirt. You can wear it in summer, you can layer it with a shawl, and it really appealed to me because it's got that bohemian vibe, which I really like. It's got the lace crochet, it's fitted, it's made in smaller crochet, which means it's better suited for the summer weather, especially while I was living in Santos, which is summer all year round. I decided to create this pattern and I'm really pleased with how it fits and how it curves around the body. Now, if you've already seen one of my other patterns, which is a Natalia crop top, I work really hard to try and create curves which fit against our bodies, because women, we are curvy, we're not straight, and a lot of patterns out there are just square and they don't accommodate for the female form. So I try to accommodate within this pattern to make these curves within them, and adding ties creates curves naturally around your body. So let's get on to fit. Now, I am a comfortable English size 12, which I believe in Europe is about 42, and in the States you go back 4, so I think I'm an 8, a size 8. So I'm not skinny, I'm in the middle, I'm a bit curvy. So for this pattern I'm wearing the size medium, and my pattern comes in 3 sizes. There is small, which is catered for bust size. So the small is catered for a cup or a small B. The medium is designed for a large BC, so I'm between a B and a C cup. And then the large size is designed for a D cup. Now, I'm sorry I haven't gone up bigger in sizes. Those are the sizes that I've created. This is a very old pattern. Maybe in the future I will go back and make these into bigger sizes. I do forgive me on that point, but at the moment they are only in the 3 sizes: small, medium and large. Now, crochet level. This is not beginner level. You will need to know some crochet skills. You will need to know your basic crochet, your single crochet, double crochet, foundation chain, all of those things to be able to create this top. Now, don't worry, I have added an update to this pattern, which now includes my new special stitches PDF. What does that mean? Is that you will get a separate PDF with this pattern. in which there are lots of stitches explained, but also you can click directly onto those stitch names, and that will direct you to one of my YouTube videos where you will get a step-by-step video tutorial. So don't get worried if this may be a little bit too daunting. There are steps there to help you, and also you can always contact me via email or Instagram or Facebook, and I will try and give you some support. Materials for this pattern: you will need a fingering weight yarn. Okay, here's one of the yarns I use, which is Queen by Circular. Now they do this in a few different weights, and for this top I used their thickest weight they had, which I believe was the number 8. Now you can use a finer 4-ply yarn, virgin on heavy lace to fingering weight yarn, because you want a summer top that is light, that is movable, malleable, that's going to flow with your body. So I would aim for cotton or linen, or if you're luxurious, go for silk. So this is what I've used. It's not available in every country, but try and find a yarn that fits as closely as you can to the gauge mark. Crochet hook. This is made with a small crochet hook. This is made with a 2mm crochet hook. Sorry, I'm trying to get out the sun because it's burning on the camera. This is made with a 2mm crochet hook, which I believe in the US is a size B. So this is small crocheting. If you're not used to it, I would ask you to do some practice swatches first to get used to that smaller hook. And you're going to need 2 crochet hooks. Why? One of it is for the whole construction of the top, and the second one you're going to use a larger crochet hook in which you double your yarn for you to make the halterneck style ties, which is used with yarn doubled, and also for the tie at the center. So now we're going to talk about construction. So how this top is made. So as you can see, it's a halterneck. What you're going to do, this is going to be piecework together to start with. So you'll make one bust, then you'll make the other, then you're going to connect them. And from there, you're going to then start working in the round. So it will all be worked in the round as one piece until you get to the end. So your bust pieces have a very nice lace design, and then underneath, to clinch just under the bust, I've added a simple crochet, double crochet band. So when you clinch in, that will ruffle quite nicely and there's no design distortion. From there, you will add the lace design, which I'll try and show you now. Can you see that lace design here with the diamond motif in the middle? And then at the end, you're going to ruffle out into a shell design. Now this isn't straight, it will A-line out a little bit. I'll try and show you. So as you can see here, it would, if it was straight, it would stop here. But this design does ruffle out a bit. Why? Because once we hit our hips, we have got our bum. So I tried to accommodate for that and try and create a little bit of a flared design at the bottom. I am very curvy. I am blessed with a very big bum. So I have tried to accommodate for that. Now, as I said, you are going to add some ties, which is just added under the bust. Now, if you wish, you can add this a few rows lower, or you can increase this bar here. If you wish, you can increase it a little bit. Just alter the pattern, and this will go all the way round the back like this, and you will have that support there. Now, when I finished my top, I decided to line my top, 1 for comfort and 2 for discretion. I didn't want all my skin on show. So what I have done is I have used some natural cotton jersey fabric, which I got from the sewing shops here in Brazil. So what I did, I laid out my bust here and stretched out as much as possible. And then I created a template from my bust and created a lining to go inside. Now I have not added this in the pattern because everybody's crochet is slightly different. Your sizing might not be exact to mine, which is very, very common. Everybody crochets a little bit different, so your sizings will be slightly different. And I didn't want to add a template for a top which may not fit yours. So the idea is lay it down on a piece of paper, stretch it out as much as possible, and then I drew a template. And I added a 1 centimeter allowance all the way around because I needed to fold this to sew it. Now the way I do mine, I like to do a double lining because I do not like to see any of the crochet, any of the sewing on my crochet, and I like to do a what do you call it, a whip stitch, hidden stitch all along with my sewing. And for comfort, as you can see, I have added in a, they call them Bohos here. I'm thinking, what are they called in I can't remember the name for them in the US or UK, but it's basically an insert for like a bikini top or something. You can get them quite common, you can get them in sewing shops, and I've inserted one of these within my 2 pieces of fabric because I've doubled it just for comfort. Now you do not need to do that. If you wish, you keep your crochet just crochet. I have just done this for comfort and for my own skin because I have eczema. I prefer to have a really soft layer of crochet, of cotton next to my most delicate areas. So that's the construction. Now this top took me, I'm very quick crochet, it took me about a week to do. Now if you're quite new to crochet, this might take 2 to 3 weeks to do, but you can have it in time for this summer. So this is a really nice project to do. It's a versatile piece which you can use in a few seasons. Like I said, I use this in summer, and in late spring or the summer evenings, I will layer this up either with another piece of crochet, or I'll put a cardigan or a wrap on, and then I can use this top in more versatile situations than just the traditional summer holidays on the beach or going away. So it is a versatile staple. I created this pattern 5-6 years ago, and this is the original pattern that I still wear every summer, late spring, and I still wear it every single year. So it is one of those staples which I would recommend if you love crocheting, love bohemian designs. This design may be for you. Okay, just before we go, where do we get this pattern? I am going to leave a link down below to my website where you can get this pattern. It will have all the details. I will also leave a link to my Etsy store and also my Ravelry store. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope I've answered all your questions. If you do have any questions, write them down below. I do answer all of your comments, and I will see you in the next crochet video. Bye!